Ben je er klaar voor?
Born ready.
Ik ben er klaar voor!
I have a walk of shame.
Yeah.
And Lydia looked at me, she was like, no girl, this is a walk of fame. Like every relationship.
I'm
like,
gonna marry him, he's the one! And then she's like, we'll see. And then she's right. Hey guys, I hope you are all doing well and welcome to my YouTube channel, this time with a beautiful, beautiful lady next to me.
Hi guys, I'm Oki. I'm the best friend of Lilia. We have been best friends for 18 years.
Yeah,
And
18
today-
years and counting.
And counting.
Yes.
And today we're gonna do the best friend tag.
I asked you guys on Instagram if you could send us some questions to answer, and I also made like a list of all the fun best friend tag questions I found online. We've been through a lot, like having a friendship of 18 years, living in different continents. I feel like our friendship is so good and so strong, and that's really rare to have that with somebody. So I feel like we can share some of our like secrets, tips and stuff like that as well in this video. I think that's it. We're also gonna spill some tea, some very hot, spicy tea I usually don't talk about. So if you want to get to know some spicy things from my life, then Oki is going to educate you.
I will spill the tea. After 18 years, I think I know all the tea.
She was there when the tea was set, you know? When the tea was made, she was there.
I would pour it on hot, so stay tuned for this one. I'm already excited. Let's dive in.
Yes, let's start. Question number 1. When and where did we meet?
We met in primary school.
Yes.
I was in, I don't know how to say this in American timeline, but I was about 8.
Yeah, you were 8, I was 9. I just switched schools because I moved to a different town.
And I remember the first day we met, we were playing on the playground together and we were playing in the tubes and everything and we had so much fun together. And I remember going home and telling my mom, I met the most amazing girl today, we can be friends.
So cute.
It was the first day of playing in the playground. I was like, this girl, she's gonna be in my life.
Oh, that's so sweet. But yeah, I felt the same way. I also remember that your mom said to my mom when we were like playing that she was like, yeah, they're gonna be friends for life. Like literally your mom already knew. And her mom is not like the spiritual, intuitive type.
No.
My mom is that. That's my mom.
No,
so the fact that your mom said that, she's like very down to earth, like, you know, like rational. But
Yeah.
the fact that she felt that we would be friends for life, that's like crazy.
When is my birthday and astrological sign?
Well, that's really easy because we are both Libras. Yes, Libra sisters. And my birthday is 10/10. Her birthday is 6 days later, 16/10. So yeah, we're 6 days apart and 1 year. So we're pretty much sisters. So yeah, I feel like it's such a coincidence too, or maybe faith, that if you believe in that we're both Libras, that our birthdays are so close, that we're so similar. And yeah, I definitely feel like I don't know, it's like, it's something, you know, we are very alike in a lot of things, and it's funny that our birthdays are so close as well.
And the thing that I think about now is, you always tell me, of course you're 1 year older than me, and we always go through the same things in life. And you always
Yes.
tell me that you go through the same things in life with 1 year before me.
I always feel like the mom. I'm definitely like the mom of our friendship because I feel like I have to take care of her, you know. But it's not always like you moved abroad faster than me,
Yeah,
and
it's true.
she moved in with her previous relationship also faster than me. So it's not always that I'm like ahead. Some things she does faster than me or like earlier than me, but generally, I feel like I'm like 1 year ahead of what she's going to experience.
And the most funny thing is that every birthday, Lilia tells me, well, now I'm really old. And I'm like, Lil, you're only 1 year older. And she's like, always like, but it matters.
No, but now I'm really much older. Like, yeah, oh my god. What would be our craziest and best memory together?
I have 2 nights in my head, and I think you know which 2 nights I mean.
I think I also know, but give us the details.
One was when we were on holiday. I think it was Malaga. Was
Yeah.
it Spain? And we had a great night out together. And I remember us.
How old were we? I think 20?
Yeah,
20.
about no 19. I was 19.
I
you
was
were
20.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm always like you're older.
And I remember that we had a crazy night out, and in the morning we were walking on the street at like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, our heels in our hand, and I said to Lilia, damn, this is my first time that I feel like I have a walk of shame.
Yeah.
And Lilia looked at me, she was like, no girl, this is a walk of fame.
So the other craziest one was one of our next vacations. We went to Marseille in France, and me and Oki have completely different taste in men, which is actually very convenient.
We're lucky for it.
Because we never were attracted to the same guys. Oki loves blue eyes, blonde hair. I love dark, just dark eyes, dark hair, everything dark. So we never were attracted to the same guys. On one night in Marseille, we went to this rooftop bar / club. It was super fun, really good music, really cool view. And we see one guy, which is perfectly Oki's type, blonde hair, blue eyes, great smile. And then one guy who has dark hair, dark eyes, perfectly my type, and they were both into us as well. So
and they were both best friends.
And they were both best friends. So we had a great night that night, and then we went out for drinks with them the next night, and we had a good time. And that was like our perfect match. So yeah, we will never forget that. How do you maintain your friendship considering you live far apart?
But I think the most important thing is, and that's something that we do really well, especially now that you moved abroad, is maintaining contact and putting in the effort.
Yes.
And I think that's the most important thing in any friendship and any relationship that you're gonna have. It takes work. And it takes two to tango too. So but yeah, it only works if you both work on it, and I really feel like we always do, and we always call each other, and I think that's really the key to maintaining our friendship. We put in the work also.
And equally, like I've never felt like I've done more than her or that I do less. Like I've always felt like our effort is balanced. The next question is, describe me in one word.
Is powerful.
Oh, dat is zo lief. Sorry, my Dutch popped out.
Like that's the first word that comes to mind, but also there's really no one that can give so much of her heart to somebody else as you can do it. And why I say powerful is because you really are a powerful woman. You always go through things in life, and if something happens, you pick right up where you left. If something goes wrong, you never give up. You always do your own thing. I admire you so much for it. Now I'm already doing sentences instead of the words.
No, it's so sweet, but thank you. The first thing that popped in my mind, it's kind of similar to yours too. I would say very heartfelt, because I feel like everything you do, you put your heart in it. If it's friendship, if it's work, if it's sports, if it's fun, what you do, you put your heart in it. Like you know, you always care about like the other person. You never want to disappoint somebody. You always want to be there for somebody. You always want to be a good friend. You want to be a good coworker. You want to be like a good teacher when you are giving like classes and stuff like that. Like you always really are heartfelt with everything you do.
So next question, have we always got along well?
For this question, I think we generally did. But we haven't always been this close, especially when we were younger. We were friends, but we weren't like, especially at the last years of elementary school, we weren't the best friends. Like we had other best friends, within the same group, pretty much.
And I think you are talking about the age where we were about 11 years old. So
11.
You have to remind yourself that it's a really, really long time ago.
Very long time ago. Yeah, so this was like 11, 12.
Yeah.
We were like friends, but we weren't best friends. We had like other best friends, I guess. Yes, we got along, but it was like on different levels, I guess. Like, especially at the beginning, we were friends, but not best friends yet.
And I think it's so normal to have that because, as we already said, we have been best friends for 18 years.
Yeah.
And it's almost impossible to not have any movement in your friendship over the course of 18 years.
And it wasn't like fights either. It was just like busy life. But our friendship never really how do you say it? Like it wasn't affected by it. We knew that even if we didn't call every day or every week, we are still good. So, have we ever gotten into a fight?
Well, I think we never really fight.
No. But we have one. I always say we had one fight.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm really curious.
You don't remember?
Which one you would say?
The one of my exes that is...
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the only fight we really had was when I was in my most toxic relationship ever, that I also talked about on my YouTube channel. I will link that video here if you want to see it. But in short, he was a pathological or compulsive liar, and I really felt like I lost myself in that relationship, and also pushed away a lot of people close to me, including her, even her.
But now I remember what you mean, because when I met her ex-boyfriend, I met him only one time, and when I met him, I got this weird vibe from him, and I didn't even really talk to him that much, but afterwards...
He was very quiet. Like
he was very quiet.
Yeah, he wasn't like social.
And usually that's okay for me. I'm more of an introvert myself, so for me that's usually not much of a big deal. But I just got this weird vibe, and afterwards we were going on a holiday together, so we would be together for a couple of days, and we were traveling to the holiday. Yeah. And I told Lilia, like, I'm sorry, but this is not for you. I don't like the guy. Yeah. But Lilia was so in love.
So I feel like that's the only fight we ever had, and that was kind of because of a very toxic relationship I was in. So I feel like I literally lost myself. So I mean, other than that, I don't think we ever had a fight.
A real fight?
No, never. No. Yeah. What inspires you most about each other?
It's actually funny. It changed over the years, but what inspires me most about you? Okay. What inspires me most about you today is your sense of self-confidence. I feel like you really grew so much over the past year.
I feel so too.
And I really feel like, you're really good in your own skin now. You're doing your own thing. You're being your own person.
What inspires me most about you kind of has to do also with how I see you, in the sense that I feel like with everything you do, you're super heartfelt. Like you are sweet to everybody. You are like, how can I say it? Like, you put in your heart in everything you do, which is also very, like, it takes a lot of time and effort to be like that. I remember that even with elementary school, when you were drawing, like when we had like drawing kind of classes or exercise or whatever, like I remember you were always like super focused on it. And also, even if we had like math, you didn't like it, but you were still like super dedicated, while I was like, I'm only doing the things I like and I don't care about the rest. And Oki would do like everything as well as she could, and I was only very selective for the things I liked. So that's one of the things that always inspired me.
It's a good thing and a bad thing. The good thing is balance. The bad thing is jack of all trades, master of none.
But I feel like I'm like that too a little though. I feel like I do so many different things.
Now you do.
Yeah. So I feel like if you would look at it right now, I am more the master of none, jack of all trades. Compared to you, you're way more specific.
Okay.
Yeah.
The tables have turned.
The turntables have turned. I never asked juicy questions like this, but I'd love to know what she thought of your exes. Besties know best.
So do you want to start from mine then?
Yeah, I'll start with yours. I mean, the most recent one, Oki already knows, He wasn't a bad person. He wasn't a bad person, but he wasn't the right match for her. Throughout the relationship evolving, I felt like you guys grew even further apart. Still loved each other, but were even more polarized in ways, like more like tension. So it was even more clear. And then he pulled some shit that I was like, yo, this guy gotta go. You know,
my girl.
Like, you know why. And this is like an inside joke, but
I wish it happened.
Yeah, but yes, that was my opinion on the last one. Then the one before, I really didn't see you with him either, and yeah, it was like a bad breakup, and I'm very glad you are done with that relationship.
The first one, we were still in high school.
Yes.
It was a boy that she got together with after being friends with, but also being kind of enemies with. So being frenemies with, they were teasing each other. I didn't know if it was friendship, if he actually didn't like her, or what the hell was going on. But then suddenly he did like her, and
and I was madly in love with him for like 3 years.
For a long time.
Yeah.
You were really patient.
Yes, I was playing the long frenemy zone game. Yeah.
So for me, that's personally, for me, especially at that age, it was really weird. I didn't get it at all.
So I didn't get it either. I was super confused all the time too. I was like, does he hate me? Does he like me? You know? Yeah.
So in Dutch we have a saying, teasing girls, asking for kisses.
Yeah.
I think that was what was happening.
Yes.
So finally, when you guys got together, actually for some time you had a good relationship, and you even said to me at one point, but this is your red line in all your relationship. Lilia does everything 100%. When she's in a relationship, like you only get into a relationship when you can see a future with that someone.
Yes.
So you only get into a relationship if he might be the man of your life.
Yes.
So even when we were in high school, Lilia said to me, we might be high school sweethearts. It's possible. I never really saw that.
She knew better. But I was like, no, I'm gonna marry this guy.
Like every relationship,
I'm gonna marry him. He's the one. And then she's like, we'll see. And then she's right.
But I always admired your ability to just dive in and to love wholly and fully. I could never do that like the same way that you could. So what I thought about your exes, like I won't go through the whole list. When I think about the previous one, it seemed good for quite some time. But I didn't like him that much, but I liked the way Lilia was in the relationship so much that I really thought that it could be it, because you were so healthy in that relationship. You worked so hard for that relationship. You did so much for him. Too much. Way too much. But because I liked you so much in that relationship, I thought to myself, whoa, okay, maybe this could be it. Until he turned out to be totally different than what he seemed like. So in the end, he fooled us both, because this was the first time that I was also fooled.
I feel, because I also could tell from you that you didn't, like, nobody saw it coming. Like, nobody close to me saw this coming. With my pathological liar ex, everybody saw it coming before me. Like,
we saw the signs.
Everybody saw the signs except for me. With this, nobody saw the signs.
And the thing is, usually the people close to you, the
they
people
know
who are not in a relationship, they see everything. And like, of course, I saw some things, but I still felt like
it can still work. Everybody
out.
told me like, no, this is not a reason why a relationship ends. You know, like you just gotta work through it. You had like, you know, you have some rough patches, but I felt that way too. I didn't feel like, oh, this is like the end is near, and I did feel that with all my other relationships.
But one thing always stands, and it's that I always felt with all your exes that no one was good enough.
I feel like that with you too. I feel like that with you too.
Even when you would meet a great guy, I would be so happy for you, and I would be still like, if you hurt her, something bad's gonna happen. Maybe you won't know it's me, but it's gonna happen.
Yes, exactly. You don't know when and where and why, or you do know why, but
you know why.
You know why. The very last question we're going to answer, and I think it's a good one to end this with, is what made you best friends? So it's less of like, oh, we had all these things in common, and more of like this feeling of like, you're my soulmate. It's kind of like that. Yeah,
I would say exactly the same. I think it was exactly what you already said, like for you the first year of high school, for me the last year of primary school, or maybe 1 year after that, that we just knew that we were female soulmates.
Yes.
It sounds so weird, but we just knew.
We just knew.
Like at one moment you just feel like, wow, we click on another level than any other friends.
Yes.
We both ever had.
Yeah. And we also knew. We knew that nobody would click with us this way. Like,
we knew.
I knew I will never have this again. Like, I didn't even try looking for it because I just knew, no, nobody's Oki. Like, there's only one Oki, and this is my Oki, and that's also enough. I never felt the need to have it with somebody else either. No,
and really now that 18 years have passed, nobody will come close.
Yeah, same. Yeah, because like when I tell about certain things about my life to people, that's one thing. She actually was there, you know, like the things I tell about like to people that are like personal, with her, she actually experienced them with me. So it's like such a different whole like level of friendship.
I was there.
Yeah, you were there. Like other people I have to tell about it. You were literally there. So yeah, it's.
I've been so lucky to
have me too. With that, I think it is time to say goodbye. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Did you have a good time doing this video?
Certainly, and there were some questions that I didn't expect it. So.
Oh, that's good, that's good. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and on TikTok. My username is LilyLikeCom, and on TikTok it's Lilia Kazakova. You can also follow Oki. I will have her Instagram link down below as well. And do you have anything last essay to add?
No, I'm already excited for the next one. So,
alright. Well, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.